is Kusi Achampong, and I have again my guest to continue the discussion we had last time. If you have watched the previous video, you know that our guest Okesha was making a strong argument that no lady should try to sit beside him.
Can be.
And I think that she has to explain that because it's a serious thing. You can't just say that, hey, then it means that you are building a wall.
You can't sit beside my man.
That visible, visible or invisible. Visible, hey, no. So she has to explain this one. And that's what we are talking about. And then we add an additional point to it and we'll be done for this session. So, Perpetual, you almost fought on this that no lady should try sitting by your man anywhere, in a dinner, wherever.
Yes.
You have to explain.
So the point I was trying to make was, if my man goes out and always finds himself among these friends where this lady is always in his space, I mean, you should be able to, like, in your mind, you should be able to reserve that space for your woman, even though she's not there physically. You're supposed to reserve that space, and it's not like a physical space where you leave a chair. Oh, this is my woman's seat. I mean, you're telling everybody this is your woman's seat. Nobody can sit there. No, but in your mind, if your woman was supposed to be there, know that this is the space that she'll be occupying. So that's not when you want to open that space for any girl to be sitting beside you just because you're out. Some girls, we work with agenda. So sometimes if I'm getting close to a guy, I always want to be in the guy space. So you, the guy, you have to always be conscious about the fact that you have somebody and that you always want to reserve that place for that person. Yeah, that's what I
And I know that girls have agenda. You can't go, you don't even think to that.
The last thing I'll say is it's both ways. When the ladies also go out, please reserve our space. Thank you.
Because guys don't have agenda.
Yes, we also can't have agenda.
Okay, so since that one is clarified, so it's not physical space. It doesn't mean that you go for a program and then you leave one chair for your woman who is not close to that place, who's somewhere else. Okay, so we want to discuss another point which we think is very, very important. I believe that relationship must be grown into, you must gradually grow in a relationship. You shouldn't just get a relationship within some few hours, some few days. You know everything about the person, informationally. I don't know whether it's a word, but physically, you get so much involved. And I think that's also a reason why sometimes relationship gets to a breaking point. What do you think, Ivano?
Yes, I would want to use the word discovery as the main focus. You see, much of relationship is about people discovering themselves. I think what now we practice is I meet you and then we start the phone conversation, the chat conversation, and you are in my chat. People have a list of questions they start asking, especially the girls. I just met you in the car park. She saw you driving. Okay, because you are driving, a good candidate already. So she has a list. Where do you live? Where is your work? What makes you happy? And we watch.
It's not necessary. You need to take some boxes.
Yes, but you take those boxes in one night. The person asks all these questions, you answer all these questions, and then by the next morning, you're a good candidate for a relationship. She could be with somebody, she's already considering. Meanwhile, you have maybe just a little bit of a rift. Oh, it means that you can be a good substitute. Further conversations, it happens. People out there know 3 days and people are already in a relationship. After meeting someone, it could be a church or it could be a taxi.
What do you mean by church or taxi?
They met the person in a taxi, in a church, or they exchange numbers.
And
then in a space of that day, the following day, the third day, resurrection. They're already there. They're already having the conversation about how many kids they want to have. So I think we rush into relationships. Some of the things are verbal identification. I told you, I'm a calm man. I don't fight. When we have a problem, I'll sit down with you and I'll talk with you. In your head, think he's a calm man. But these are things I think with time, staying with the person, we get to identify. So I think we rush into relationships, and when you rush, the foundation is so weak and it causes it to crumble. But I'll give Perpetua a chance to say something. I know she has something to say. She will say it's as the guys. So, Prof, I'll come again.
Okay, sure.
Alright, so I'm not really going to counter what he said. I think it's a good thing. It's good to take your time. But then before you also get into a relationship, I know for like ladies, there are certain things that we already look out for. And it doesn't have to be everything about the person, but let's say some two, three, 4 or 5 things we're actually already looking at before we even decide to get into this relationship. But then as a lady, I would also say that before you even accept a proposal or get into a relationship with a guy, you you need to take your time. You need to guard your heart. You don't, just because the guy is telling you all the nice and sweet things you want to hear, the things about him, can even tell you, oh, this is the job I do, I earn this, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, it's not even true. But I mean, he can
It
tell
may be true
you
also.
it could be true, yes. But all I'm saying is that take your time, do some background check. If you know someone who knows this person, oh, how's this guy like? You get one or two things about the person. Don't tell the guy everything. You meet the person because the vibe is so good. That night, a free night call, like you talk that from night to morning, saying everything about yourself. No, take your time, release the information bit by bit. That way you get to pick some things from the guy, and then the things that he's saying. Let's say you meet the person the first week, second week, third week, it's been a month, you're still discovering things about the guy, but by 1 month you're already into a relationship with the person. Like, it can be dangerous and it could lead to a breakup because it's too much of a rush. Yeah.
So when you give so much information about yourself, all your escapades. Fine, but what about when people get physical too early?
I think
I hope you understand physical.
physical, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking in parables anyway. I think it's required speaking in plain language, but my people understand physical, they will speak in plain language.
I think when it comes to the physical aspect, for me, I always consider it like balancing. We have to mind things, good things. There's a saying that good things are hard to come by. They don't come easy. Mhm. I think that in our generation, we treat the physicality like a commodity. Okay, I've met you as a sign, as a token of appreciation, as a token of love. Let's consummate. But I think that is not entirely right, because it's all part of the game. It's all part of the quest to fall in love. If you haven't seen the nakedness of somebody, there's that kind of innocence and naivety that goes with it, and it's beautiful. That's how God made us. So we go on trying to find out what is there, because it also keeps interest alive. Me, I won't lie. The guys out there, they know. If you are talking to two women and one you have already seen, one you have not seen, then what is hidden in the ground that you are mining, like I'm saying you are doing, will make you work hard. If you've ever been to the site or seen something, you have to push aside a lot of things and you do it patiently so that you don't miss your goal. But here you are where the goal is already coming to you. There are some people, it happens that you meet them and they will request, they'll tell you, you look like a nice guy. I want to visit you. I want to come to you. The girls, they do it too. The girls, they do it. I want to visit you. They'll come. And then they come, and then that day it happens. And I think all these things, we rush into our physicality. We should go gradually. And if you are going the biblical way, actually, when it is all said and done, and it has ended where you want it to end in marriage, then we do it. I think it cuts across religions. It's not only Christian. Cuts across religions. But 21st century Gen Z, I think it's normal to do things in dating. But I think when it happens, that's why so many people get hurt when it doesn't end the way we want it to end, because that was supposed to be done at the end, not in the middle. I try I said what to say.
So before Erica comes in, I don't know what she will add, but I think that for ladies, when they go physical, they actually means what they don't like the guys. So I don't know. Of course, there are some that will just go physical and they just for that time, no attachment, nothing. But most of them, like they really do love whoever they are going physical with. What do you have to say about that? Does it mean that when you are in love, you should just jump physically?
No. I'll take it from where he said the girl will say, I'm coming to see you. If a girl tells you I'm coming to see you, it doesn't translate into I'm coming to sleep with you. Because if I say I'm coming, sometimes we want to see your space. Are you a neat person? Do you keep your room clean? How are you when it comes to, things in your home and all that? We come, we see you, but the fact that the girl is like, oh, I'm coming to your house, already you are calculating. When she gets here, I'm going to do this, I will say this, I'll say that. The fact that I tell you, oh, I'm coming to see you, maybe I just want to come and hang out, see your place, see where you live. You've been talking to this person for a while. I mean, it doesn't hurt to see where the person lives. It doesn't mean that I want to come and open my legs. No, that's not what it means. So the guys too, they know that, oh, the girl is coming and all that. They've already, like I said, calculated all their moves. And so I would say that sometimes you shouldn't always be thinking about what you could get out of I'm coming to see you in that sense, but then also try to, I don't know, in your mind, like you want to get to know the
Have a
person.
clean mind.
Yes, you should have a clean mind, basically.
But just to clarify, the I want to come and see you that I used is where the lady is also the one doing the initiation. It's not just I want to come and see you.
Yeah.
It is I want to come and see you for us to.
She's
continue.
throwing herself.
She's giving herself to you.
Okay.
It happens a lot. And I am a gentleman. Not all guys will skip a good meal. I'm entering in that context. Yes. It takes a lot.
This may not be a good meal.
Yes, it takes a lot and discipline to say that someone has come to you and then you want to protect her. Once you know she's coming with the intention of not protecting herself. And I think that's one thing that we must also do for relationships to work. As a man, you should also do that on your side, and as a lady too. That when someone comes to you, you consciously protect the person on her behalf because we are all vulnerable. Nobody can say that I am. Even the Pope can be vulnerable. So I think that you protect me, I protect you. If I come in and there are these people in a relationship we have seen and heard stories like that they have agreed. We are good Christians. We will not have sex throughout our dating period. When we are married, we will do it. And they are dating, and just in the first month, one cannot help it, and then it happens. But I think that if we have the practice of having the long goal in mind, and you protecting me and I protecting you, and we are consciously doing it, we will have a beautiful relationship and reduce the number of breakups we have going on.
So what it also means is that you don't create the enabling environment.
Exactly.
Like he said, I'm coming to visit you. A room of only 2 people. Man and woman sitting on the bed, there's no chair. Like you expose yourself for a lot of things to happen. But of course, at least it also means that when the guy says, I'm coming to visit you, I really shouldn't interpret it to mean anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Normally, they don't interpret it.
Oh.
When the lady says they're coming to visit the guy, that's what the guys interpret.
Well, sometimes, I mean, girls, if a guy tells you I'm coming there, you know the guy. I mean, you know guys.
No, please. What do you mean by you know guys?
Okay, fine, not all guys. But then, most of the time, I mean, this is someone you've been talking to, and conversations have gone on. You've known some things about each other. You know how this person is. You know how you feel about each other. So, the first meeting, usually, everyone is thinking something. Okay, like what if he comes, and even though we've talked about the fact that we're not going to do anything, what if he comes, he holds my hands, we're sitting on the bed, you're having all these things, but then Emmanuel said, it has to be something you're consciously doing, protecting the person, and then the other person should have that in mind that, okay, even though I'm going there, I mean, I'm not the holy one or like whatever it is you want to call it. But we're all human and anything can happen. But then we are going to make it a point to, try not to do anything. That should always be the goal. It shouldn't always be, oh, I'm going there, like this is what I'm going to do. Some people actually plan their first meeting, they plan, oh, when we meet each other, we will hug, we will do this, we'll do that, it will end up here. But then that shouldn't be the goal. When you're going to see the person, it shouldn't be the goal. This is someone that, especially if it's someone you see yourself with in the long run, it shouldn't be something you're thinking of on the first meeting. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure people are thinking in their heads.
Yes.
What are these people saying? Are they saying that we shouldn't do anything? Of course, that's what they say. That one should be stronger. If all of you are weak at the same time, then of course you are all going to
And the goal is for us to always protect ourselves, be strong for each other. But no matter what, someone still has to have the upper hand, be stronger than the other person.
I want to add this aspect. When we're talking about things being rushed, I want to point out an aspect of relationship that, or getting into relationship that sometimes causes such rushing or some of these mistakes to occur. Some ladies in their minds feel like when I'm about to complete university, I'm 23, I should have a man in my corner. I should be in a concrete relationship, solid one, even when they are not ready. So, in such desperation, in such comparison, they are looking out for someone. So, anybody who comes up, we go through. I said it. We go through the checklist quickly. We verify. We do verification process. Once you have verified, it means I can accept you. Meanwhile, there are many things that you are yet to discover. So that's another factor that causes this rushing to occur. Where people feel like, no, I must be in a relationship. I must get one. Time is not on my side.
Yeah.
I don't think these are the things we look at. No matter what the circumstances, I think rushing should not be the case.
Yeah.
So you should take your time. Because there are things you have to know. You may not know everything. I don't say you get to know everything about that person. So at least you shouldn't just within 2 days say that you know this person very well. That person doesn't know himself or herself very well. So you should take your time. If you quickly get in, you may quickly get out. Because you get to know something that you may not be able to live with. And so you may have to, but if you have taken your time, what about the person proposes? Should you accept it instantly or you have to also take your time, do your investigation before you accept?
Please, this one, let those who accept proposals answer. I'm not saying guys don't, we also accept it when you are done, I would say, but mostly you do the acceptance.
Alright, so what I would say is before even before you the guy you would decide to ask the girl out, like it should be someone that you've been talking to. Like the things that you're looking for in the person. You've talked to the person for some time. This is the plan. You guys want to probably spend the rest of your lives together. So before you get to that point, you should know that this will be the person's answer. Or if I should propose today, this person is going to answer or going to say yes. I don't think that, let's say you meet someone for the first time, or let's say you've known each other for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's too early to even propose to the person. For me, I think you should get to know the person for some time, at least 4 months, for you to decide and say that, okay, fine, I actually want to propose to this person. And that's even dating. I mean, you can't ask someone to marry you in like 4 months, even though it happens. But then I'm talking about even dating, starting a relationship with that person. It shouldn't be rushed. Yeah.
Okay. At least take your time. You.
Yes, there's something I want to say. There is this common practice among the ladies where if she meets you and you have not proposed, she starts giving you the vibe like, okay, if you won't say it, someone will say it. If you won't say, if you're not going to say it, someone will say it. when you take your time trying to discover her, there have been instances someone can ask you bluntly, you, what are you actually looking for? It's not you can't propose. Yes, they ask you straightforward. I think that we should not be moved by such instances.
I won't cut you short, but I think this is when it has taken so long. I mean, that you've met the person for
6
like
months, 1 year.
2 years, you
Yes.
still haven't said anything, your intentions are not clear. Obviously, I'm going to ask you, like, what is it that you're looking for? What are your intentions?
When it's 2 weeks and they are still expecting you to say
No,
something.
I mean,
It's become a
that's
common practice
too-
anyway,
that's
where
too early.
now when you meet a lady and you
Expect
ask,
something.
you expect you're
Some
expected to
words.
say something.
Mm.
Because the trend now is okay, I meet you, we start having phone conversations, we start talking about the nice things and all that. And then you are clearly feeling something for the person. But then it means that if you are feeling something for me, put the word across. And the word we usually put across is not I want to date you. It is I love you. Which is a statement that encompasses I want to date you and I want to marry you. All together. I love you. So I think that we should be clear. Yeah. I want us to date.
So it's not my like you.
I like you. Let's move on to
Let's go on like level for some
I like
time.
level. I want to date you for some time.
Mm.
And even that, as you said, I agree with you. It's not a week after I met you that I'll say that
Yeah.
I've seen everything in you that I really want to start dating you.
So the other thing too is you're starting from the like level, but then you want to be doing things that people
On the
who
love
are
level.
exactly. You can't say you like me and then you want me to be coming to your house, cooking for you, washing for you.
Hey,
You can't. You understand?
Does it mean that if
You-
you love the person, you can go cooking, washing?
I mean, if it's progressing to that stage where I know your intentions, I know that this is where we're going. I mean, 1 or 2 times is fine. But
not regular.
no, not regular. Please, not regular. As a lady, please don't go around and be cooking for any guy. You don't owe them anything.
And on the like level, then don't be asking for things that people on the love level are asking for. I want an iPhone. I want food every week. I want chop money. I want pocket keeping money weekly. Please, on like level, we like level. We are studying attitude. Okay.
Okay. So at least now you know that if you're on like level, you know what to do.
Yeah.
If there's no move to the love level. But of course, the love level doesn't mean that you are still not married. He has not paid the diary.
Yes.
You have not said any vows. So cooking every week, washing every week, becoming a pseudo wife. It's not allowed.
I mean, I just want to ask. So you meet someone, you've been talking to the person for a while. You tell them you like them, and then what? Like where is it going?
You like them. 3 months, you like them. 4 months, you like them. 12 months, you still like them. If after 12 months, you move from like to love. At that point, I'm not
But
sure if you say
it's
that
really
I.
practical. Like, is it practical?
It's
Is
very
it?
practical.
Is that what happened?
I think we've got to be intentional about some of these things.
Yes.
Yes, we've got to be intentional because yes, we are asking. The trend now shows that it's not practical. That's what people are doing. I
Yeah.
think we are here to discuss what is the
And that's why it's leading to a lot of breakups.
Breakups.
Because we are not doing things the way it should be done.
Yeah.
You jump to, I meet you today and I say, I love you. What next?
Because that's the day and age we are in right now.
So I love you today. I just met you and I love you. What are you going to move to next? It means I want to date you. I want to marry you. Because you have reached the love level. But if it's like we are friends, of course, we are friends, good friends, close friends.
So does that mean that when you meet the person, you then don't ask the person to be anything, like you should be on that friends
Yes,
level.
so you can be on the
that
friends
level.
level. Normally, and the nurse can be on the friends level for some time. Not that I like you, of course. If I get my friend, I like you.
Yeah, so you'll be
So
on
it's
that
not like-
friends level.
Yes, for some time.
Till the time you're ready to say I love you, but then
Yes.
the truth is it's not practical.
Yes, and that's why there are issues now.
Mhm.
So what you are trying to do is that okay, it's not practicable. What you are doing now, you do the best today. You start popping out words. and quickly people get to know you very well. You realize that no, they've said things that they should have said to you, and they want to get out, and they get out. Why don't you take your time, get to know the person very well as friends, before, if there's any interest to move the friendship to the next level, you do that. Because if you go open your mouth, I like you, I love you. Yes, the other person, the lady feels like, oh yes, especially if the lady hasn't been loved by any other, you're just hearing these words from you. She feels like she's gotten the right man until she gets to know certain things.
And that's I think that's what also leads to them being so open,
Yes.
being so vulnerable, coming to you and all that. And it looks like they are pushing themselves on you, but then the truth is they haven't actually really experienced anything like that before. And there are people out there who are going through this actually. They meet someone and it's like they've met their angel. This person is doing so much for them that they feel like, okay, I mean, why not? Like, why can't I do this? Or why can't I give myself to the person? I mean, in plain terms, yeah.
As at least we know that these things lead to the breakups, because you eventually get to know things that you are surprised that you're giving yourself to the man, giving so much information to this person, and you feel like the only option is to just quickly get out.
So that brings me to a question I want us to also discuss. Perhaps. There are people who, as they are listening to us, they know they are flashed. If you're analyzing it, sometimes people after a few days beyond the proposal, they realize no, I didn't take my time, and they are flashed. In such instances, what happens? Because there are many people who are complaining that, oh, but we're already here.
Okay, so if you're already in that situation, if you're already rushed, you realize that no, where you rush to, you have to find a way to get out. Then, my simple and quick advice to get out, which is not easy, especially if emotions are involved, you're giving yourself physically, it's not that simple. That's why you probably have to seek help. And then you see this experience people here, you can see them, you can put any comment in the channel, we will get back to you. But I think that if you realize that you made a mistake, don't be in the mistake. Don't be in the error. You make the problem bigger and bigger. Find a way to get out. Of course, it will be painful, but it's better now than 10 years later. I think probably Petra has something to add. Most of the time, the ladies who suffer most.
I agree, but then I think before you get to that point where you say that I rush into the relationship, like you should consider a lot of things, especially like you said, if so many things are involved at this point, like you've given yourselves to each other, like you've gotten to that point where coming out isn't really an option. So in that case, don't you rather seek help or try to fix things than to just run away?
It depends. If some things are very difficult to fix, if the other party is not ready to help you fix that, cooperate in the process of fixing whatever issues.
I mean, if it's
and it's not marriage yet.
Yeah. If it's a situation where you can easily get out, I mean, I would also say get out. Yeah. If
it's complicated.
If it's complicated, then you seek extra help. If it's a relationship where the guy, you're not even married, but he's already abusing you, it could be verbally, physically, emotionally, get out. You don't owe the person anything.
But you owe the person a lot of emotions.
I mean, yeah, but then you can't also be in a relationship where you're always abused.
Yes. For that one, you quickly get out.
And the get out, what I'll add to it is when you are also told to get out, get out. There are many instances where we know things are not working out. We know we've rushed. And I'm telling you, okay, I thought about it. I think we should take our time. Let's take a step back. Resistance. No. We've come this far, we can't go back. And especially the ladies. The guy is telling you that however we started, it didn't start out well. Please, let's go back. That's people with good intention. Those without good intention might not say anything at all. We just continue doing what we are doing, knowing that there's no clear future. So let's take a step back. The ladies come up resisting. No, you have done this. We've gone through this. No, we can't take a step back. It's either we are out, we are not going anywhere at all, or we are continuing. Such conditions we place on ourselves also cause some of us to suffer in the relationship because you are there is no happiness. We are not taking time to actually build the relationship, and it's causing a lot of problems these days.
Okay, so I think we will end here for today. I think we've discussed a lot in this series of cause of breakups. And this one. I believe that if you have watched the other two parts, you have learned lessons. Like I said, if you have comments, you can put your things in the comments. And then because these people here are experts, part-time experts. So they are willing to help you if you are going through challenges. Like we said, make sure that you don't get yourself into complicated relationships because whether we like it or not, God created us as relational beings who relate to each other and opposite attract. That's why you get into relationships. Just make sure that you do it right, get it right. Doesn't mean there won't be any challenges. Some of these things you're talking about, it doesn't mean that when you face them, you quickly jump out. Sometimes when you talk about them, the issues get resolved. But if you don't talk about them and you keep them, then it compounds. So think about if you're in a relationship about to enter into any one of them, then of course you take your time and make the right choice. I'm Kusi Achampong and we have
Emmanuel.
And professional.
our part-time experts. If you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to receive notification whenever we upload a new video. God bless you for watching.
Yeah.
Bye.